This is WXJM Harrisonburg, 887 on your FM dial. And if you are tuning in, welcome to a Saturday edition of the Camp Out with me, Campbell Wood. We're so excited to have Sage the Fox on air. What's going on? How's it going? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Wonderful.
Recovery, but I'm good.
Yeah, right? Awesome. Yeah, no, that performance that you just did on air, that was beautiful. That was amazing. I hope y'all listen to that because just your voice. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Have you been singing for a long time? Is this something that you kind of found out?
It's crazy. I actually started out as a singer when I was doing like choir and like chorus and all that stuff when I was
little. Oh, yeah.
And then I went into rapping, and my mom was heated. She was like, no, go back to singing. And mom, she's like, I can't play this for my friends, all that stuff. I guess I just slowly transitioned back to, what I know best.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So just, tell us a little bit about yourself, what kind of music you make, where you're from. Just, give yourself a little introduction to our listeners right now.
Originally born in Oklahoma, so I got that country in me too.
All right.
Moved out to Tampa, pretty much been out there my entire life, basically raised in Florida. As far as the type of music I make, I used to, like I said, I'm just now making like a transition. Before it was just like straight rap music, but I just feel like, rap is like super oversaturated right now. So, I've been dabbling in the funk music, stuff like that. So I wouldn't really say I really have a style. It's just, I just kind of just go with whatever I'm feeling at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's great. No, I really respect artists who, do try to like kind of branch out and like do other stuff because, I love people. I just love to see people branch out. Yeah, so let's just like start from the beginning. Like, when did you first start making music? When did you realize that this was something that like you want to do for a career? That you really like. This is your thing. You know what I mean?
So I mean, like making music. I mean, I've always made music since I was like a kid, but I just never really took it serious or anything like that.
Right.
So I would say within like the last 5 years or so was when I was like, all right, I mean, I could probably do this. I could see myself doing this for a living. Yeah. And then, that's when I really started studying it more. You know what I mean? Because at first it was just like always like get drunk with some friends and get in the studio or something like that. It was never something that I took like serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, recently, like I said, after doing some studying and just looking at it from more of a business and scientific mindset versus just playing around with it,
Yeah.
Came out great. So.
All right. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you just came out with a single, Sleep. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, like the inspiration behind it, what really went through like in the process of making it and all that.
Oh, man. So, like I said, I always look at things from kind of like a, scientific business mindset, especially when it comes to music.
Right.
It's a creative process, obviously, but, when you like really pay attention to things. So prime example, Sleep just came about for me just paying attention to what people listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just some hanging around some women. I noticed they don't play rap music. They don't play like that hard stuff. You know what I mean? They like that R&B, you know what I'm saying, funk type vibes. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do it better. So, so that's, what I mean? It just came about. I would say it's inspired, I guess, more Thundercat vibes. You ever listen to Thundercat?
Oh, I love them. I saw him back in October.
Right. Was it
one of my top artists?
Dragon Ball
Do-Rag.
Yeah.
Baby girl.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah.
Yep.
So him, I guess Anderson .Paak was,
yes.
You know what I'm saying, kind of inspired that a little bit.
Yes. Right.
But yeah, I just figured I'd take a step into the funk lane, see how good I was at it.
That's great. Actually, that leads well to my next question. I know you're switching genres right now, but what kind of like other artists, like you talked about Thundercat, Anderson .Paak, what kind of artists inspired you to make rap music and then just more to get into like the funk game and the funk music? Like what kind of really, I guess like what artists in each of those genres like really inspired you to like make music and like go forward?
So I would say, Kendrick, definitely. Kendrick Lamar. Not really a huge J. Cole fan, but, you know what I'm saying, some of his stuff did inspire me. As far as like the rap side goes, but even then with the funk side too, because if you ever notice Kendrick will like dabble in something like that, like on some Pimple Butterfly, like Wesley's Theory, stuff like that.
Some alt hip hop.
Yeah. So I don't know that he's a huge inspiration, I would say so. And then, like I said, on the funk side, it's Thundercat, Anderson .Paak, Flying Lotus. You know what I mean? Yes. I hit the button right there.
So I heard. I haven't heard Flying Lotus from like anybody else.
Right. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Flying Lotus. Wow. Steve Lacy's another one.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
man, what a good lineup.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
That would be a great festival. Oh my God.
Oh, could you imagine?
That would be a great festival.
You hit the nail right there. I saw Steve Lacy too back over the summer.
I haven't got a chance to see him live.
He's such a good performer.
I know. I've seen like some of his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like some of his live performances on YouTube. But it's like, bro, I can't even like enjoy concerts anymore. Like every time I go to a concert now, it's just like I'm in study mode. Like I'm sitting here like paying attention to everything. I'm listening to the music, the sound. I'm looking at the lighting. I'm like, all right, how's he performing? Right. You know, what's the crowd interaction? All types of stuff. Yeah. So I try to stay away from concerts. I just be locked in the whole time.
Yeah. So like when you're like, you know, like when you're performing your songs, like do you ever like get that kind of like vibe from, you know, seeing like Thundercat perform or like just anyone perform? Like do you get inspiration like performance wise? Like when you're performing for an audience, like, you know, what do you really want to bring to like show people like who you are?
I would say I just try to keep everything interactive. You know what I mean? Because you gotta, I don't know, you just gotta make the people feel it. Like you're in this moment right here. You know what I mean? The music speaks for itself, right? Especially if you make good music. Right. But I don't know, like prime example, you'll watch like Drake perform or something like that, and he's like talking to the crowd the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Got, you know, just paying attention to the little things. Like I'll call people out sometimes. I'll be like, hey, you with the pink hat, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. And just, you know, give them like a more personable experience.
Exactly.
And it makes people memorize or memorize what just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%. No, those like crowd interactions are always like my favorite. Yeah, great. So now that your music is changing into, you know, funk, like how do you think your own creative process will change as you like start to make new music, like just like from how you made music before? Like how do you think?
So I would just say I'm more intentional with it now.
You
know what I mean? Because there's just so much more that goes into funk music versus just rapping. You know what I mean? Rapping is just like quick, drop the take, you know what I mean? Put a little ad libs behind it, maybe turn it up a little bit, boom, boom, and we're in and out. Like I can make a rap song like that.
There you go.
But funk is just so much more like intricate. You know what I mean? You got stacks and harmony and all this other stuff you just got to throw into it to like make it clash well with the beat.
Yeah.
So it's just, I would say it just makes me more intentional with it. Like prime example, I used to go into a 4-hour session, you know, pump out like 6-7 rap songs. You know what I mean? Now a 4-hour session is like maybe 3-4 songs. I'm taking like an hour a piece on one song just to get it the way I want it to sound. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah. Oh, great. So like, what did you do before making music? What did you do before rapping? Would you have any like hobbies or anything that, you know, I guess?
I just work, man.
I was gonna
say, just work. So I run a business outside of this as well. So that takes up a majority of my time. But as far as like what I like to do for fun outside of rap, man, you can catch me on Call of Duty. I'll smoke anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I'm the Warzone god. You don't want this problem. But yeah, bro, just chilling, hanging out with my brother, you know what I'm saying, vibing, little stuff. I'm a simple dude, man. So
all right. No, I love to hear that. So let's say like, you know, there's a person who has never heard of you, never heard of your music, has never listened to, you know, rap, any kind of funk like that. Like how would you kind of sell yourself to them? How would you, you know, introduce yourself as an artist to like someone like that?
I mean, I wouldn't. I would just let them hear the music.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. I feel like that's the thing. Like people focus too much on trying to like sell themselves when it comes to music. And that's how you end up like, it's like I was telling, like I was talking to this guy Wyatt yesterday. And like I was telling him, it's just like, I feel like people focus too much on like the image
Right.
of when it comes to being an artist, right?
Yeah.
So you go out there, you got this whole Dior fit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pulling up in the Sprinter van, you got the gold chain, you got the watches, all this other stuff. So it's like you're looking the part. You look great,
Right.
right? He's got to be a rapper. He's got to be a singer, songwriter, somebody important, right? And then you get on stage, music's trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All
So
show.
it's like
All show.
you just put there's a whole lot of meat on that sandwich and no mayo. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's
Ain't
the
no
perfect
sauce
way
on
to
that
describe
sandwich.
it. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I just let it play, man. Let it play. And
Yeah.
like I said, real people appreciate real things at the end of the day. So
No, it's so real. I think music speaks way louder than actual words.
Right.
Totally see that. Yeah.
yeah, that's literally So we went out
Really?
to like I said, we went out to the Golden Pony and hung out
Yep.
for a little bit, and
Yeah.
then afterwards we went over to that spot, the Texas Inn, I think that's what it's called.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
That I think it was a TNT burger.
Oh my
I had like
Lord.
she put some jalapenos on that thing. Oh my god. I
Wow.
was stuck. I was like, oh man, this is fire. But nah, so and everybody was just like, he says I'm always modest, so they were like, oh,
Yeah.
what do you do? I'm just like, I'm just in town doing a couple interviews and stuff like that, and then I'm leaving. He's like, nah, tell them what you're really doing. You're doing radio station interviews. Boom. They're like, oh, so you make music?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And they were just like, well, what's your style? And I'm just like, here. And he just put it on, and it just spoke for itself.
There you
that's
go.
the type. That's how I want it to be. I don't want to have to sell you on anything.
Of course not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be me, and you gonna hear what I got to offer, and that's just it.
And that's all they need to hear.
You know what I mean?
Of course. Oh, that's so funny you say that. We at a WXJM love Texas Inn. We'd
Nah, man,
go
that
there
burger was slapping.
all the time. Yeah. They have something called, I think, the Cheesy Western. That's their like signature burger. It's a like egg and like pickled relish. So
now
good.
Now you messing with me, bro. I ain't ate yet, so I had to pull back up to the Texas Inn. You said Cheesy Western. All right, I'm writing
Cheesy
that down.
Western. And they're open late. They're open till like 3 in the morning.
So that was the only thing that was still open. I was like,
Really?
man, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I thought.
But like I said, I'm from Tampa, right? So Tampa is like a whole different. Everything's open till like 4 in the morning out there. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like, so I mean, I get it. It's Easter weekend too. Praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
But I was just like, dang, ain't nothing going on out here. But
Exactly.
Texas Inn
Guess
was the
that's
spot.
nothing.
We
They're
was in there
always
kicking it.
popping.
We
You
was
can
in
always
there
count on
kicking it.
Texas Inn. Exactly. So what is like one of your favorite songs that you've written yourself and why?
Oh man, so favorite song I would have to say is Bang. So that was like one of the first ones I performed.
Yeah.
Reason for that song I would say is just because that gives me like super Kendrick vibes. You know what I mean? I try to like, don't get me wrong, I like music that's just, feel good music and all that, but at the same time I do like to get deep about it.
Right.
So the story behind that song is basically it's like the evolution of guns in society.
Okay.
So in the first part I'm talking about how I'm just it's basically I'm speaking from the viewpoint of a caveman, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here just hunting for food, you know what I'm saying? Old school spear with it, you know what I mean?
That's
Fighting
sick.
off lions and tigers and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And then basically I'm starving because I ain't ate nothing because I'm trying to kill it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then come across, some little berries, whatever, take a bite, and now I done transcended into this whole different world, and I basically get a glimpse into the future, and I can see, something that I've never seen before, a man out here killing his food with this contraption that just one shot is over with.
Yeah.
And then in the second verse, I transition into like today's standards to where it's just like, all right, now guns are everywhere. You know what I mean? Out here just enjoying my day. Kid just graduated from college, whatever.
Right.
And I got caught up in some gun violence. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
yeah.
that's why I feel so hard, like so good about that song, just because it's a real journey throughout it. You know what I mean?
It's like, it's a story.
Right.
You're a storyteller, and that's really like what I think, your music is. Just, telling story. That's what I love to hear.
Man, it's a lost art, bro.
Yeah.
People sleep on the art of storytelling. Like, to be able to tell a good story is it's powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it's how society has, you know, gone through everything. You know what I mean? That's basically all we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? History is just what? A story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Something from somebody else's viewpoint, right? So if you could tell a good story to make it stick to where it lasts for years and years and years and years, you got a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
if you can put that through music too,
exactly,
then that's like just a whole other way to like, you know, spread your message and like put that out there. Yeah, wow, that is incredibly inspirational. Jeez. Yeah, it's like what are your next steps, you know, after this? Like, is there any like recording plans or like an album, any new music?
So Sleep just dropped.
Yeah.
That's doing well. It's been out for what, probably like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
We like
March
40K plus streams
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's doing great. I got I'm gonna drop Hello Kitty probably sometime next month.
All right.
Still getting the date solidified. But then after that, I'm probably gonna drop an EP around, I would say like June, July-ish. You know, get ready for the summer.
All right.
Really drop all the feel good music on them.
There you go. What a perfect time to do it too, man. Yeah. Any other like performances? Any tours? You know, anything else you got?
So I've been actually like laying low on like tours and performances right now. I mean, I'm getting word that I may be booked in Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
that, you know, we're still getting that solidified. You know, possibly being on Soul Fest as well. With Music Soul Child and like a bunch of other different like soul type artists.
That's cool.
But like I said, nothing's set in stone right now. I've been kind of just like laying back. I've been trying to stay out of like performances for now until I just get everything super solidified with the sound, you know what I mean, with the bass, everything, and then that's when I'm really start going back into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there you
Because
go.
I always look at it like, I don't really like opening up for people or anything like that, because it's just like, you didn't come to see me. You know what I mean? You came to see somebody else. You know what I mean? So of course you'll catch a few people out there that are like, wow, that was amazing. You know what I mean? Of course. But my main thing is when I get back into performing, I wanted to, you know, sold out show. We're all here to see Sage the Fox.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't like wasting my time at the end.
There you go. What a perfect way. You know, that's all the questions I got on my end. If there's anything that you want to say, you know, to the Rockham County area, Harrisonburg, JMU area, you know, this is your chance to do it.
I had some fun last night with y'all, man. So
all right.
Whoever was at the Golden Pony, it was lit. I appreciate it. And the lady that made that TNT burger, oh my God. God bless your soul.
God bless Texas in. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Everyone, this was Sage Fox. Go check out his new single, Sleep. Came out March 1st. And yeah, great. Thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Of course. Anytime. All right. This next song that we have is Days Turn Into Years by, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Maktha Verskan. All right, here we go.